What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, April 5th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Russell Westbrook from the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 7th best defense overall, and they give up the 8th fewest fantasy points to point guards. Russell Westbrook has scored 86, 62, and 55 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 58 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 36 minutes per game with a 31% usage rate. Russell Westbrook is $11,300 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel, projected at 55 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. So you're getting a floor of 55 and you have a ceiling of 86 in the last 3 games. Russell Westbrook has been on fire, averaging a triple-double this year. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. OKC wants to win this game, so I love Russell Westbrook here versus the Detroit Pistons. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player, and we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. Okay, who do we have at the shooting guard position? I'm going to give you a value play, a tournament dart throw only. I like Chasen Randall from the Washington Wizards playing the San Antonio Spurs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Chasen Randall scored 21 fantasy points in 23 minutes last game. They're starting to rest their stars now, and the young guys are coming out to play. Bradley Beal was limited, and that's opening up more minutes for some of these younger guys. Chasen Randall is only $3,100 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 16.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. There's an implied total of 226.5 points in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, and a fantastic matchup. I love Chasen Randall here versus the San Antonio Spurs. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. Eligible at small forward on DraftKings, I like Evan Fournier from the Orlando Magic playing the Atlanta Hawks, who have the absolute worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Evan Fournier has scored 30, 32, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 26.5 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 32 minutes per game with a 22% usage rate. Evan Fournier is $6,000 DraftKings salary. He's $200 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 26.7 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 30 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. He plays Atlanta really well. He's scored 24, 33, 43, and 31 fantasy points in the last 4 games versus the Atlanta Hawks. There's an implied total of 226 points in this game. Evan Fournier has 40-point upside. You might see it tonight. This is the perfect matchup. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. So I like Evan Fournier on FanDuel On DraftKings, I think there's some other players you could go with, like Eric Gordon is only $4,500, and there's just a lot of other options for that $6K salary on DraftKings. So I like this play, but I think it's FanDuel only. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, moving on to the power forward position. I like LaMarcus Aldridge from the San Antonio Spurs playing the Washington Wizards, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. LaMarcus Aldridge has scored 31, 37, and 62 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 39.6 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 33 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. LaMarcus Aldridge is $8,200 DraftKings salary. He's $600 more on FanDuel, projected at 38.9 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 40 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. Aldridge only played 24 minutes last game. It was a blowout versus the Denver Nuggets, but I expect him to come back and play over 30 minutes today. This is a fast-paced game and a fantastic matchup. I like LaMarcus Aldridge here versus the Washington Wizards. Okay, moving on to the center position. This is a nice value play. You just got to keep an eye out on the news to see if Tristan Thompson is going to be back. If Tristan Thompson is out, then I really like Ante Zizic from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Golden State Warriors, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing centers. Ante Zizic has scored 34, 29, and 7 fantasy points in the last 3 games. But take a look at the minutes. He played 30 minutes last game. Tristan Thompson was out. If Tristan Thompson is out again, you can expect Zizic to get at least over 25 minutes. He had a 22% usage rate, and Ante Zizic is only $3,600 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 26.3 fantasy points here tonight, that's 7.3 times value. So keep an eye on that Tristan Thompson news. But at 3,600, he doesn't need much to get value. So I love Ante Zizic here versus the Golden State Warriors. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.